Hey guys, it's Bryony, welcome back to my channel, and the topic of today's video is about money. Truthfully, this video has been a long time coming. That's because I've wanted to do a video talking about money for ages, but I wasn't sure exactly the setup of how I wanted to do it, whether I wanted to just do one video or I wanted to start a series, and also there are some social stigmas around talking about money in the UK that some of you may or may not be aware of. So in the UK, talking about money is a big taboo. In fact, it might be equal to or even worse than talking about periods. We just don't talk about money. Nobody talks about how much they earn, how they manage their money. It's seen as a very private and sort of unseemly thing to talk about. In the words of my late grandmother, it's a rather vulgar topic, darling. And of course, that's what I grew up with. Bizarrely, when it comes to periods, I didn't grow up with that stigma, so it's always been much easier for me to come online and talk about periods, vaginas, and uteruses to the world than it has been to come on and talk about money. I know, bizarre, but that just shows the power of what you're exposed to when you're growing up and the impact it has on you later. Grow up with a topic being really open, you're much more comfortable talking about it. Grow up with a topic being much more closed, it's a little bit difficult to do. But money is a very important topic that needs to be discussed because it's how the world works. If you don't know how to manage money, you're screwed. So this video today is basically the start of a new series that I'm calling Things That School Should Have Taught You About Money and Adulting in General, but instead thought that Pythagoras would be more important than budgeting, so here we are. Still trying to think of a more catchy title than that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. So yeah, that's basically what this series is going to be about, addressing all the things to do with money and adulting and life in general that you don't get taught in school, which you really should. So I want to know in the comments below, what things do you want to get better at knowing with money? Is it pensions? Is it budgeting? Is it paying off debt? Is it buying a car? Is it knowing what bills you're going to have to encounter when you first move out? Any subject at all that's to do with money or becoming independent, let me know your thoughts in the comments below because I'm going to turn this into a little bit of a series addressing as many of these issues as possible. In today's video though, I'm going to go over the 3 most important first steps that you can take towards getting better at managing money. This applies to people of all ages, so regardless of whether you're a teen who's just getting pocket money or you're somebody that's older but just really doesn't know how to manage their money well and you know you need to get better at it, these steps can apply to everybody. Number 1, budgeting. Number 2, savings. And number 3, financial goal setting. These 3 things are all important topics in and of themselves and really need their own video to address them, which I will do in the future. But today I'm going to go over a brief summary of what they are and why you need to get good at them. So let's start with number 1, budgeting. Probably the most important thing that you need to get good at when it comes to managing money. If you don't know how to budget, you can't do anything else because budgeting is the fundamental part of managing your money. The most basic part of budgeting is understanding how much money you've got coming in versus how much money is going out. This is really important because you need to know that you've got more money coming into your account than you've got spending going out of it, because otherwise you're going to end up in debt. So budgeting is the number 1 thing to address first of all when you want to get good at managing your money, getting better at budgeting. Like I said before, these topics are all so important they need their own videos, and I will definitely be doing a video on how to get good at budgeting. Number 2, savings. Another thing that's really important to get on top of. 13% of the adult population in Britain has absolutely no savings at all, and more than a quarter, 26% roughly, have less than £500 worth of savings. Those figures were much higher than I expected them to be actually, and it's really quite scary to think about because the whole reason you need savings is to have money put aside for any emergencies that may come up. For example, when you're living independently, your washing machine breaks, the boiler goes, the car needs mending for something. That's the sort of thing that you use your savings for. You have a pot of money put aside that's there for those emergencies so you don't have to panic when they happen. So savings is another really important thing you need to get good at. The third thing I'm going to talk about today is financial goal setting. Once you've got the hang of budgeting and saving, financial goal setting is the next step. Financial goal setting involves having something you want to buy in the future that you need to save up for. This could be a physical item, for example, a new mobile phone, but it could also be something like a trip to New York. It doesn't have to be something physical that you can hold. What financial goal setting involves is looking at that thing that you want to get and setting a path or a way to get there. For example, let's say you wanted to buy a new camera that happened to cost £200. Financial goal setting is about working out how much you can afford to put aside each month until you reach that goal. So let's say you can afford to put £50 a month aside into savings to save up for your financial goal of buying a new camera. Well, 200 divided by 50 equals 4. So you know that it's going to take you 4 months to be able to save up to buy that camera. That's financial goal setting. It's a really important skill because it's a way that you can teach yourself how to delay gratification rather than needing to buy something right now and falling into the trap of using credit cards or those buy now, pay later schemes. Things that have really become more prevalent in the 21st century, and that's that's why it's another important skill you need to know. So those are the first 3 steps to take when it comes to getting better at managing your money. Like I said earlier, I will be doing individual videos on each of those topics because, quite frankly, each topic can be delved into and could have like an hour-long video on its own. So I'm going to have to work to bring it down at that to a more manageable size anyway. But there's so much to discuss, and I think they are really important things that you need to know when it comes to managing money well. But let me know in the comments below, how good do you think you are at managing money? What areas would you like to get better at, and what things are you currently looking to learn about? It's always important to be having a goal to get better at something, and money is never a bad thing to understand better. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Do please subscribe. I really look forward to seeing your comments and starting this new series. I think it's really exciting, I think it's really important, and it's going to be really good at bringing me out of this mental space where I've grown up of talking about money is a big taboo, and I think that's another really important step too, because as we know from my channel, I love to smash taboos. Thanks so much again, guys, for watching, and don't forget you can still get cloth menstrual pads from my website Precious Stars. Link is down below at the end of this video, and I will see you next week for next week's video. Bye, guys.